welcome to my channel today. My name is IBK for short if you're new to this channel. And in this channel, we love to make things fashion wise, which include crochet and sewing. And I make random videos, random short videos that I find interesting. So today's video is going to be about my journey so far into crochet. I started early, I think late last year, sorry, November last year. I'm a student, so um I got into crochet late last year officially as a business. I've been into crochet for a very long time, since I was young and like middle school. You guys will call it middle school, but here we call it like primary school. And since primary school days, it was kind of a trend back then in school. When I was in school, there is always a trend per semester. Yeah, we call it term per term, but per semester you always have a trend. So like the first semester we might have like bead trend where you make bracelet, waist bead, different accessories with bead. Then for the second one, then we call it knitting. We didn't even know it was crochet. I actually recently learned that there is a difference between crochet and knitting. And then we had the bracelet making without beads. This you had to use corn yarn, a coral yarn. I've forgotten the name of the yarn, and so on. So I've been exposed to crochet for a while now. So I want to tell you guys my experience so far. I've seen it. If it's actually best to make it like a full-time business or not. So let's dive into the video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video interesting. Thank you. Welcome back to the rest of the video. So today I actually don't have a plan of what exactly I want to make. I was thinking of making a band for a clothes that I'm making currently. The clothes is inside. It's a vest, and I need to make the band for the neck and for the arms. So I was thinking of like, why don't I just make it in this video? Because I was thinking of making something else entirely, something else. So I got the yarn here. This is off-white. Forgive my camera. It's kind of late in the evening and it's not really bright. I have to like use my screen brightness on, so it's kind of looking off. This is an off yarn. I said off yarn, off white. Off white color. This is an off white color, and I had to join two yarns together to make it a chunky yarn. It's not really chunky, but we'll make do. Both will make do. So when did I get exposed to crochet? At first, like I said earlier in the video, we used to call it knitting back then. We have dogs running around, so they scare me a little. We call it knitting back then, and it started when I was like in my primary five. That's like when you're in middle school, like let's say year five. No, I think I don't really know how schooling system works in other countries. Let's say year seven. I should be around 7 years. So you guys can make your guess of how it works in your country. So I was 7 then, and crochet just like started. It was a trend. I didn't even have the money then to buy like the knitting for it. I didn't have the money to buy the knitting pin and the yarn, so I kind of borrowed from my friends. I lost the I lost the book that particular day. It was not very funny. I didn't know I lost it, but I ran home like with hopes that the next day I would have gotten the money to buy the book and return it to the girl. But she found my house, came to my house and reports me, and I got beaten. I got flogged by my aunt. I did, for not taking responsibility for things that I did. I didn't get flogged just because of nothing. I got flogged because I borrowed something, I lost it, didn't tell my friend about it. I left home and act as if nothing happened. That was not taking responsibility. So I got flogged because of it. So later I was able to like raise the money to buy my own stuff and start practicing. Then I was making like those little cute purses and cute bags. Then all of a sudden the trend just stopped. And back then, once the trend stopped, you're also stopping because you're trying to move on to the next trend. It's school, it's middle school. That's what kids do. So I stopped it. That was when I moved on to another grade. And when I entered, that was when I moved into secondary school. That's what you call secondary school, yeah. But moving to another grade. So then the new fashion came in, which was bead making. Oh, I loved it. I adored bead making. I did it a lot. I think I was more invested in it than crochet. I was more invested in it than crochet, obviously. I made bags, I made necklaces. I sold some of these necklaces. I did. Like crazily. I sold some of them. I made money off it. Then all of a sudden it stopped. We moved to bracelets. It's some bracelets where you make like your nameplate on it, with some kind type of yarn. I think it's a coral yarn or something. I don't really remember, but I'll find out and maybe pin it in the comments. Um, that was the old journey of when I was younger and exposed to crochet. Then last year, I'm a student. I study mass communication and we're on a strike. Like the school was on a strike due to like increments of school fees and stuff. So I went back home. I was scrolling through TikTok one day and I just stumbled on a video that had to do with crochet. I will tell you naturally, I am a fashion designer. I learned this skill for 3 years. So I sew. I literally sewed. That was my plan. That was like when I'm out of school, I invest into fashion design and all of that. But that particular day, I just stumbled on a video of a nice crochet outfit, and I was like, I want this. And I'm the kind of person that once I want something, I don't buy it. I learn how to make it. I know how to make wigs just because I wanted one. Because I just wanted one. I was like, I'm not buying that. I'll just learn how to make it. So I start watching some YouTube videos. I have like three of my favorite um YouTubers, crochet YouTubers that are very good. If you want to basically start crocheting, you should learn from them. I will put their names down at the description. Three of my most favorite crocheters. They make insane crochets. So we're getting on with our ribbon. We're coming up. It's too bright. I know. um so what was I saying? So I saw it, I was like, okay, I was going to make my first crochet. That was when I learned this. We should take note. Crochet ain't cheap. It is not cheap. Like fucking, it's not cheap. Sorry for the language. It is not cheap. A yarn here costs like, it depends on the yarn you're using because there are different kind of yarn. The yarn I'm using right now is a acrylic yarn. Acrylic yarn is the cheapest of the cheap. Like when you're talking cheap yarn, acrylic is the cheapest. Then we have cotton, we have bamboos, we have coral yarn, we have fur, we have velvet. A lot. There are varieties of yarn. Chunky yarn for blankets and stuff. But acrylic is the cheapest. And acrylic here It's not as cheap as over there. Acrylic is per one. You're just buying one skein. I don't have a complete skein here. Just one. This I used out of it already. One skein is 1,000 naira. Now in dollars that should be around it shouldn't be up to $1. That shouldn't be up to $1. Yeah. The exchange rate as of when I last heard of it, because I'm not really into knowing those things, was like 1,250. That's it for a dollar. But now a skein of acrylic yarn is 1,000 naira or 1,000 plus. It's been a while since I used acrylic. I moved to cotton. I fell in love with cotton and just stopped acrylic because I can't afford it now. For I basically use acrylic for my beginners era. Like once you're just diving into crochet, learning how to make crochet, I would advise you to start using acrylic yarn because it saves you a lot of money for just things you're making for yourself. You're not making it for business reason. So you use acrylic. But be mindful of the kind of acrylic you use. The best acrylic yarns that we have right here in Nigeria right now, we have Yeye wool and baby lamb. Those are the two best. I'm using Yeye wool actually. This is baby wool. This is not Yeye. This is baby wool. I love baby wool. I find it to be one of my best because it's very stretchy. It's actually more stretchy than Yeye wool, but the quality still matter. It matters when you're done with it. This once you're done using baby wool for your clothes, it's kind of sheds a lot. Kind of sheds. So yeah, just use Yeye. It's expensive, but just use it. For a pack of Yeye wool, which is 16 skein of yarn in a pack, is last I heard it was 13,000 where I stay. For some places it can be cheaper, depending on it just depends on where you stay. The state I stay in, it's around 13,000. Yeah. So that should be like 13,000 naira. I'm not really good at maths. So it should be around, let's just say 10 bucks. Let's say 10 bucks. It's 16 skein of acrylic yarn. 10 bucks. Maybe 10 and some cents. But the day I got to like buy a cotton yarn, that was like the first day I got cotton yarn. I had an order from someone that was like basically I think my third order from a friend of mine. I was so happy. I was like, he deserves cotton yarn because he was paying for it. It wasn't free. I don't do free work, sorry. You have to pay for yarn. Yarn is just too expensive. So I reached out to a vendor I got from a friend that also crochets. And it wasn't really bad. I got a pack of thin skein of cotton yarn for 11k. I was surprised. I was like, are you kidding me? So did they say yarn like this? I was like, so yarn, cotton yarn can be that cheap too. So I dived into cotton and I've been using cotton for a while now. This is a personal project, not business wise. That's why I'm using acrylic. So I dived into that. I've been using cotton ever since. It's very soft. It's delicious. Let's just call it that. It's delicious. So I hope you enjoyed my story because I do talk a lot too. So I think the first project I did as a beginner was I made a beanie cap, kitties, those kitty cats beanie caps, and the hook I bought then. This is kind of hooks I use now. Thank you. This is the kind of hooks I use now. And the hook I got then, I think it was a 1.6. It was a 1 point. I didn't even know that there are different. There is crochet, there is knitting, and there is a different kind of crochet. We call it the micro crochet. Those who use like very tiny needles to make some crazy shit. I can't do that. Sorry, but it's lovely. I think those pin were meant for project like that. Because when I used it to make this cap, oh man, it was not good. It was not flexible. It was exactly my head type, and it was my phone fell. Sorry. Welcome back. It was exactly my head type, but it was too tight. The tension was too tight. I was just starting. That was like, okay, I'm taking this thing serious. I'm diving into this business. I am doing it. I love it and I wanted to do it. But it was too tight. It wasn't giving at all. It was just ugly. I would put a picture of it in the video so you can see it. It was ugly. It was cute, but it was ugly. So I loosed it. Because we don't waste yarn here. We do not waste yarn. So the next thing I did, I made a skirt. I think that was my first skirt. It was a short skirt with ruffles, and I made what do you call this now? I made a top with it, a shruggish kind of top, but a longer form. I made a top to go with it. So those were like my first full outfit I made. Then I was like, okay, I'm taking this thing serious. School resumed. I had to like mix school together with crocheting. It was really not easy, but I just had to like get through it. Then the next project I actually did at an order, but the person I made it for this time was my boyfriend. He wanted an outfit for a music video. He's an artist. So what's up? Not here, the other side. Okay. So he was an artist and he wanted an outfit for a music video. So I made an hexagon shirt with a long trouser. That was my first like full body outfit. I was shocked like how short it took me to make those things. Because it took me a week to make that. Is huge, is big. We're talking big size, like XL size. And that shirt took me 3 days. I did not sleep. I was having like 2 hours of sleep. 2 hours of sleep each day. I was looking like a zombie. But I made the outfit. It was looking nice, looking cute, red and white. I also made myself one, obviously, so we could co-it. And it came out cute. I'll put the videos and the pictures so you can see the outfit I'm talking about. I love that outfit. It was the first top I made, that kind of top that I made. But I loved it. I got an order from a friend recently. Let's talk price wise now. Let's talk price wise of this order I've been getting. Now for the hexagon shirt I made. Yeah, we don't have wages per hours. No, we don't have. You just have to like the price of the materials you're using plus how you feel like you invested your workmanship, your sleepless nights. That's how we calculate our price. You just like make sure that what you're making is something that will pay you. But the thing about it is, you might not always meet people who would You might not actually, there's a dog staring at me. You might not always meet people that would want to take the price, but that's just something. Once you're into business, you have to set a particular price and you don't change it just because of you want to please your customer. Okay, let me talk about my other business, which is fashion design. I had a friend that I made a top for, a gown, a full gown, a corset. Like I made a a bustier gown, a corset bustier gown. She gave me 2 yards of material. I managed that gown. She's like an X large. Um, not she's like an L a large. I managed it, but because I told her that to make that dress, we started off with the price of uh 6,000. That should be around $2. It's 6,000 $2. Let's say it should be around like $5. It shouldn't be $5. It should be lower, like let's say $4. $4 and like 20 cents. All of that very cheap. Naira doesn't really carry much weight over there, but this is our country. I charged that 6,000 because I had to buy the lining, the zip, the threads, and all of that things that have to go inside the material the clothes we're making. And she was like, no, she doesn't have that money, she doesn't have that price. I should lie, it is too expensive. I was like, corsets, making a corset, all of that is not expensive. It is that price I'm giving is not expensive. These things are really expensive. You pay 20K, 30K just to make something like that. She was like, she's a student, blah blah. I was like, okay, cause of our friendship. How much do you want to pay? Oh Lord. She told me she wants to pay 1.5. Ah, I begged her, like, I can't collect that money. It's too small. She's like, no, that's what she has. That's what she has. Ugh, she really wants to make that clothes. Then I decided to make this clothes for this girl because she is my friend. She's still my friend, but she's still my friend. She is my friend. And because this was the first time she was sewing with me, and she's someone I'm very close to. I was like, okay, just let me do it for you because of our friendship's sake, stuff like that. I made this clothes for her within um she gave me the clothes Wednesday. She wanted to collect it Thursday because she wanted to wear Friday. I didn't come to school on Thursday, so she collected her clothes on Friday. She actually wore it that Friday in school. I brought it. She changed into the outfit I brought on in school that day. So it was beautiful, but it wasn't a cloth I will make for you if you paid 30K. Like if you pay 30K, I'll make a cloth for you worth 30K. If you pay me 1.5, you're my friend. A lot of things that I put into that cloth that day I had. So luckily enough for her, it wasn't shabby. It was a very nice cloth. I didn't even had a measurement. I just did it off it. And I would look for the picture if I have it and I'll put the screen up. So she introduced a friend of ours to me that she wanted to make clothes into. She bought a style. I told her if she wanted to sew something like that, she has to pay 6,000. The friend told me no, she does not want to pay. It's too expensive. Blah blah blah. I was like, girl, there is no tailor you go to, no fashion designer that will make this clothes, no seamstress will make this clothes for you for 6K. She's like, can't she pay 3,000? I was like, maybe because I did that favor for my friend and my friend told her friend. And the friend thinking that I would do the same. I said, no, sorry, I can't take it. You have to go to someone else. I don't think I want to do that rubbish. Like, I've learned my lesson the hard way. So, no. This is where we are. Married. So, I put that experience into my crochet. I've had people come to me and tell me, like, they want to make it wear. I'll call it the price that I know will pay me, will pay you, because I'm going to give you an outstanding job. And you'll be like, it's too expensive. No, I'll be like, so if it's too expensive, I can't do it for you. Go somewhere else that will make it cheap for you. I've had a friend come to me. This girl was one of my best friend. You took what I do to someone else. I didn't even have issues with it. None of my business. There are a lot of crocheters in the world. But the issue was the girl did a bad job. You now bring it to me to fix the bad job someone else did. I was like, you could have brought it to me from the beginning. So that one was wasted. Now you had to bring it to me. I give you the money you were running away from. So one thing you should understand in business wise, firstly, business is business. Please don't put your friends in it. Don't put family in it. Business is business. Family wise, if you want to even make something for your family, please collect your money for your hand. You're not plugging money from tree. You're a student, or it's your business. Your business have to make profit for you to move forward. So business is business, please and please. Secondly, if this is something you find as an hobby and not as a business, you still have to collect money for yarn. Like, I would make you something, sure, but I'll collect the money for the materials. Ain't cheap. Lastly, I something I would want to talk about that I have learned from this of said is, if you want to take crocheting as a full-time business, would I advise you to? Seriously? No. Just do have a side job. But it depends. It depends on the category you are at that time, because it's a lot of hard work. You have to endure a lot of things. It's not every day you're going to have business, like people patronize you. It's not every day you're going to have people coming to you like, oh, I want to make. Not everyone will even agree with your price. The funny part is, a lot of people will come because they do love crochet. Crochet is an art, it's beautiful, but not everybody's ready to pay the price of that art. Yes, it's beautiful, it's expensive too. Not everybody's ready to pay. And know your price, know your worth. Please and please know your worth. Don't downgrade this art or yourself just because you're trying to please anybody, or you're trying to be like, I want people to know my work. I want people to know this is what I do. You will get frustrated, depressed, because things are not moving, but it's going to be fine. Now, if you do want to take it as a business, because I just basically share my experience of how I've seen crochet so far. If you do want to take it as your business, you might have to do other things to like move, make the business known. Because just because your family know the kind of business you're doing doesn't mean your family will patronize you. Just because your friends know the business you're doing doesn't mean they will patronize you. You have to post yourself on social media. Try to get people's attention on your work. Show your work. If you're not a social media person, please, this work is not for you. I'm not. I learned how to be. I had to really learn how to be a social media person, because this work has to be very exposed to get certain people, like people, not people meant for crochet cannot be seen everywhere. Not everybody wants to rock a crochet work or knit work. They will see it, they will love it, but not everybody wants to wear it. Now, your persons might not be in your street or your area or you're in your house. You have to network. You have to let it all out, like network your work. So you can have sales. If there are trade fairs, you can go there, network your work, sell it, put it on display. There's social media, there's Instagram. I actually recently opened an Instagram page. Please, I'm networking. This is me networking right now. I will put the link in my description. Please follow. You can just give me a follow. If you like this content, just give me a follow on Instagram or on TikTok. I think, yeah, I do use TikTok, so TikTok is frustrating. Okay, so thank you guys for, if you watched till the end, thank you very much for staying till the end and listening to my story. It was really awesome having you guys here. And whosoever wants to start a business with a skill or a trade, if it's something you know you love, just do it. Put your all in it. If it's meant for you, it's nothing is going to stop it. If it's meant for you. Thank you. So this is where I'm at the ribbon. I'm very slow, I know. I don't really know how to talk and crochet. I have to focus on what I'm doing, but isn't it cute? Bye. Love you guys. Kisses.